It's important that we consider what is good customer service. Defining customer service in a uniform and a consistent way is the starting point of any customer service improvement. The challenge, though, is not particularly easy to define customer service. There's rarely a one-size-fits-all model. What you prefer or like as a customer in a particular type of business or situation may be very different from what I would like or somebody else might require. Customer service, just like beauty, is in the eye of the beholder. Interestingly, we can have a day of difficult customers and a day of easy-to-please customers, and yet the approach we take can vary very little. So let's look at some real-world examples, some situations that we can all relate to, which will help us to define and understand these customer service experiences. You can see here there are many different organizations represented by logos. You may indeed deal or have bought or buy regularly with these organizations. People like Amazon, Boots, Sainsbury's, or brands like Coca-Cola or Sky. We are all customers of some or all of these businesses. But we are also customers of our internal departments. If you work for an organization, for example, that has an IT support function, or the HR or payroll people that pay your pay on a regular basis. You may rely on people to do administration or IT marketing services for you. You are their customer and they are your customer. It is said that we're all customers and we all have customers. So customer service in many cases is a mindset. We have to truly understand what customers want, what they like, and what they expect. We need to try and group these type of customers together. The critical success measures of customer service need to also be developed and established. It is not good enough to simply allow customer service to live in the world of the maybe, sort of, perhaps. We need to be able to be really precise about what needs to be done to achieve good customer service. So, for example, many supermarkets, many retail stores, and many contact centers have very detailed procedures and extensive training programs to make sure that customer service that is delivered is first of all consistent, it's differentiated from their competitors, is also of value to the customer. There is no point in doing something excellently that is not really valued or is necessarily important to the customer. Many organizations who are deemed to deliver poor customer service have chosen the wrong success measures. They are doing things perhaps for their own internal benefit or suit their particular standards, but not for the customer. For example, many years ago, Marks & Spencer used to refuse to take any other payment form than their own credit card or cash. They would not stock branded products because they wanted customers to buy Marks & Spencer's branded products, so you couldn't buy, for example, Heinz or Marmite. They also reduced the number of cash points in a floor to improve their efficiency and reduce cash handling. All of these things were eventually to be part of their difficulties in serving customers. Customers didn't like being dictated to in this way, and Marks & Spencer's suffered a bit of a slump in their sales and customer satisfaction, one that took them a radical move to improve and several years to undo. If you went into Marks & Spencer's now, you would find they take every kind of payment. They stock many branded products and their payment points are everywhere. So customer service needs to be consistent, differentiated, and of value to the customer. It needs to really reflect what different types of customers want, like, and expect. There's an often conversation that happens in a customer service environment, which is along the lines of, is the customer always right? The customer, of course, is always right in their mind, even if they're technically wrong in the real world. For example, One famous story I remember is a customer who complained about a product breaking down after they purchased it only 3 weeks before. The customer service person gave them a credit note for an exchange of product, even though the product was purchased at a different retailer. They realized that there was no way they could persuade the customer otherwise. They were convinced it was purchased at their store, and to insist otherwise would have lost the customer possibly forever. And it wasn't that expensive an item to lose a customer over. So practically speaking, the view of the customer is always correct. If they are technically wrong, we need to correct that fact, then we need to do that very diplomatically so they don't lose face. Make sure that you take time to really think about what customer service measures, elements and mindsets your customers require.